Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad that you're joining us today. Today is March 25th, and we are going to be looking at our senior seminar, Senior Vignettes. So just keep in mind that I know that you guys have been working hard on those. And what we want to make sure of today is that we're able to share those out and so we're just going to get right straight into our objectives. Let's see here. Okay, so again, like we said, today is March 25th, 2020. Your objective is to implement changes to your narrative writing by using the feedback protocol, and we're going to get into that today and show you how to use that. Your competency is express oneself boldly, and the main thing that we're focusing on here is that you are able to get targeted feedback from the experts. So the experts are going to be your peers, and then that you're able to implement that feedback effectively for a specific purpose of your audience. Now, keep in mind the specific purpose for the audience is your vignettes, and to really show you as a person who has grown metacognitively, social emotionally, but especially academically, and what your priorities have been since you first arrived at Phoenix to now when you're going to be walking across that stage in June. So just keep that in mind that that's what our focus is for today. Okay, so I want to get into the TAG protocol, okay? So TAG is basically, it just stands for three things. It's tell, ask, and give. So super, super simple for you to understand. If you look at tell, it's three things that the author did well at, right? So anytime we get feedback, we always want to sandwich it in between something positive, and then the three questions about the writing that you might have, and then three suggestions that would be able to improve. So that's your ask and your give. So that's why we can remember this by tag. Keep in mind, the purpose of the protocol is to be able to receive and give feedback, because when we're writing, we don't always realize whether or not our voice is coming through or if we're keeping our audience in mind for the process. So someone else giving you feedback is definitely going to be able to give you some thought process about something that they've seen or that they noticed and they thought could be helpful. And you guys are all really reflective writers, so I imagine that being able to read someone else's writing, you'll do the same type of thing. Remember that the vignettes are your personal story, but you'll still have to keep your audience in mind, right? So if there's something that's super, super personal that you are comfortable sharing, maybe a reader or a family member or close friend isn't so comfortable with you sharing that moment. So just keep that in mind to make sure that you are keeping those people in mind throughout your writing, but also making sure that your voice, your true voice, is coming through. Okay, so this is a vignette that was done from another student, I believe at our Chelsea school. So this is something that's public, you know, it's shared out to everybody, and this young lady, Kaylani, her vignette is up at their school. So I wanted to give you an example vignette, one, right? So that way you know how it flows. Two, you will notice that in Kaylani's, it is not in first person. Yours will be in first person. So this is written as though someone else is talking about her. But in your case, you're doing it more of a narrative essay. So just keep that in mind that that's like one of the big differences here, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try this out. We're gonna use the tag, and I'm just gonna focus on the first two right here, on the first two paragraphs. So bear with me for a second because I wanna be able to do some annotations so that way you guys are able to follow along with me, okay? So I'm just gonna read it out to you. It's hard to say the moment that Kaylani decided to be the student that she's had the potential to become. It could have been when she realized she would have to spend a fifth year in high school. It could have been when she found out that she was going to be a mother. It could have been when she realized that Phoenix was her only education option. Regardless of the moment, it is clear that Kehlani made the decision to graduate. So if I'm giving feedback on this, I'm going to start out with my tag, right? So I'm going to tell them something good. And something that I thought was really cool about this is that this, it hooks the reader. Okay, so that's my first thing. That's my first tag. I'm gonna go and ask a question at this point because I'm only gonna show you one round of what this will look like. But keep in mind, you're required to do 3, right? Because that's gonna give you really good feedback on this. And in Kaylani's case, this is already a completed vignette. So I'm going to ask a question next. So I'm thinking about the fact that she had to spend a 5th year in high school. And I know that she's 19. So I want to know about like what her academic history was. So what schools did she attend? Okay. I notice I'm asking it as if she's going to answer. Because that could be important to know, because maybe somebody else had a similar experience who's reading it, or maybe someone older who's already graduated and has been through it and can say like, yeah, you know, I had a friend who went to that school and it wasn't their cup of tea either. So it's all about making those like smaller connections at this point. Okay. So there's my question there. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to give her some sort of feedback. So I'm going to go to that next paragraph to do that. So Kehlani's time at Phoenix had its ups and downs. Despite tremendous academic potential, it was hard for Kehlani to maintain consistent attendance, and she often received incompletes for grades. She got into fights and struggled to remain focused on her academics. She missed long stretches of school and actively looked for other places to attend. So on this one, I guess I would ask the question, let's see, like this one right here, what made it so hard for her to attend? Like what drew her from not wanting to come to school? It could have been at that point that she had a child, but I would just like more clarification on that. So I'm going to put that in there as well. What made it hard to attend? And excuse my handwriting. Okay, so those are my notes on there that I'm gonna give back to Kehlani at that point. Keep in mind, when you're doing this, you're gonna be able to just use the comment section on your Google Docs. So you don't have to like write it like I did, because that would be crazy and your papers would look so silly. Anyways, that's how you do tag. So what I want you to do next, let's make sure, okay, we're gonna save that. Sorry, it's for only like the first time that we've done this. And then we're gonna go back to our slide. Okay, oh, well, we don't want all that stuff on there. Oops. Okay, so what you're gonna do, whoops, sorry guys, I thought I had this all figured out today. That's Reptar, if you just heard him. Bear with me, we're just, there we go, okay. So now I wanna just clear all drawings, okay. And bring it back to our mouse, okay. Okay, so now what I want you to do is you're just gonna read over the excerpt part of Kehlani's essay. There's just 2 paragraphs, and then I want you just to go through it one time. You don't have to do it 3 times. Just one time, pause your video, and then make your tag, and you could just write this out on your notes, or if you have Google Docs open, then you can do it there as well. But go ahead and pause the video, take your time, and then I'll be here again for your next slide. All right, so now you're gonna try it on your own completely. So just keep in mind that you're being partnered with someone else. So if there's any reason, like if your partner didn't share your their vignette, let me know as soon as possible. Again, text, email, or call. So right here, Jose and Josh are going to be together, Aisha and Janelle, Darlene and Luce, and then Diana and Sandra. If you have any questions or you need to figure out how to get a hold of your person, let me know. But the best way is going to be just through email. You'll be able to share the document directly with them. If you already turned in your assignment to me, just keep in mind that I return it back to you, so that way you're able to do this protocol with one of your peers. All right, so what's next? After you've completed your feedback for your person and they've completed feedback for you, you're gonna implement the feedback and you're gonna turn it in. It's gotta be turned in by Friday, because I'm going to send those over to Miss Denise as soon as possible. I'll give it one last look and then just make sure everything's good to go and square, and you'll be good to go on that end. So what's next in terms of the week? Keep in mind Thursday, we have our live session. Again, it's gonna be through Google Hangouts. So that live session is Thursday from 11 a.m. to 11:20. Otherwise, you can follow me on IG at the Not Quite Couture Teacher. You can also email me at my school email address, or text me as well, or call, whatever is easiest for you. I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday, and I hope you'll join our live session. But in the meantime, if you have questions or concerns, again, feel free to call, text, or email. All right, we'll talk to you soon. I hope everyone is having a great day today. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye, guys.